Oh, hiya. Right, where am I? I'm at a fishery called the Quarry in Essex. It used to be a syndicate up until 2014, I think it was. It's now a day ticket. You book it. You can't just turn up and fish, you have to book. Gets quite busy. It's about, I believe it's 22 acres. I think there's 250 fish-ish in here. There's some old fish in here that have been from way back. And some were stocked, I don't know how many years ago, but they were stocked. And it's a beautiful lake. It's a sort of an L shape really. It's got a couple of islands in it. It's popular. It's difficult to get on here. This is I'm here on the on Wednesday the 3rd of August, and I'm here for 72 hours. How we're going to do, I don't know. It's renowned to be hard. It's very, very weedy. There is a spot out in front of me. I've been here like a few hours now. You have to lead around and just find a clear spot. There's a spot in front of me. I've got 2 rods on that. It's about 19 and a quarter wraps out. It is quite clear and old, that spot, but either side of it, very heavy weed. The 3rd rod I've got down in the margin to my right. It's only about, I don't know, 4 rod lengths away from my rod. There's an overhanging tree there, and underneath it, and there's another one that comes in the water sort of just past it, and underneath it I found a little gravel patch. You're actually allowed to wade in here, and so I found a little gravel patch there. It's not very big, it's only 2 or 3 feet. And what I've done, I've put 2 kilo of sweet corn on that. Just walked out there by hand basically, or virtually to it, not quite to it, but virtually to it. And then put 2 bits of popped up plastic corn on it, sitting up, or you know, sort of only about 20 mil off the bottom. And theory on that being, I don't expect anything like during the daylight hours off of it, but past experience has taught me that they normally visit the margin during the early hours of the morning if they're going to visit. So I'm hoping that's going to be the case. You know, one will come along, get his head down, and hopefully pick up my popped up corn. The popped up corn is flavoured, it's monster squid flavour. A monster crab, sorry, not monster squid, monster crab. The other 2, got one on a pop up, only popped up about 30 mil, and the other one on a wafter. Same bait as what I'm feeding. Whether I'll get anything out or not, I don't know. When I got here I spoke to a fella who was 2 swims to my left. He's a regular, fishes it regular, and I did see a couple of fish come out in front of there, just heading the shoulder light. But this swim, I mean, is a popular swim, and it does do a lot of fish, so hopefully, you know, might be in with a chance of getting one, might not, but we shall see. Only time will tell. Swims are quite tight here. Luckily, bought myself a brolly 3 or 4 weeks ago, Sonic XTI brolly. So far so good, seems alright. Second time I've used it. I used it before on, I went to a charity do, and I used it on that and it seemed okay. I mean, I haven't had it in any bad weather or nothing yet, so I don't, you know, can't sort of say for that, but it's nice. It's got plenty of bedroom in it and that. It's got a skull cap that goes inside, so it looks more like a bivvy inside than a brolly actually, because you don't see the brolly mechanism once the skull cap's on inside, and that stays on. Once you put it on, it stays on. So we'll see how we go with that one, but yeah, so far so good. Seems alright. It's got a front that goes with it. I haven't got a front on at the moment, no need, but I've got it in there, just put it behind the bed. So that just in case we get any rain, they are talking possible thunderstorm tomorrow night, so we'll see. Yeah, you just look behind me there. Bit of a mission getting down here. That's where my car is, right up the top there. It's about 70 yards away uphill, I suppose. So you can't use your battery, but like up and down, carry your gear. But the advantage is your car is at the top. The sessions here, 24, you can, I think they do by arrangement, you can sort of do a 12-hour session, but normal session is 24 hours. And you book online, and you have to pay half deposit, and then you can either pay the other half before you come here, or when you get here, like, you know, they just come out on the bank and collect it. Seems nice enough. Swims are okay. I mean, they're not very big, but they're okay. But it's like that. It's an old type fishery, you know. It's not a one of your new type where you go on a day ticket and then everything's sort of laid out for you, so you've virtually got sort of a kitchen and sink and everything in your swim like. It's not one of those. But a lot of the names do come here and fish, so we'll see how we get on. I'll show you the spots later on fishing. If you look around, the light's dropped a bit at the moment. It's quite cloudy and not very good to look at there at the moment. I'm going to have something to eat in a minute, but my rods are to my left there, and they're sort of down. There's a platform out on the swim. I'll show you all later. There's a platform out on the swim that you walk out onto cast, and apparently that's not been here that long. Before you had to virtually walk out in the water in waders and cast, because there's that tree there. There's another tree there, right beside me there. Over there, if you were standing where my rods are to try and cast, the other end of the rod would be in the brolly. So it's pretty tight, but so with this platform here, it's alright, you can cast alright. Anyway, I'm going to go get something to eat, and I'll update you later. It'd be nice to update you with a fish, but that'll be a lucky update, that would. But I'll speak to you later anyway. Well, getting on now, it's about just gone 9. I had one little drop back, tiny little drop back on my margin rod. I've got a back lead on that one, purely because I've got it going round the jetty, so I've had to use a back lead to divert it round the jetty, because where the swim's a bit tight, I can't get it over to the right hand side of the swim where I would have liked it. So I've had to put it with the other 2 rods, but you just use a back lead to divert it round, because it's quite clean in front of the jetty there, so it's not a problem. So whether there's a bit of a line or something's hit the back lead or whatever, but certainly nothing happened after the little drop back, and it was only a little, I suppose the bobbin dropped about 25 mil, and then that was it, no more activity. So there you go, decent sunset tonight though, so that was alright. A few spits of rain a few minutes ago, some crappy looking clouds about, to be fair. Just looked at the weather forecast and it says going to get light rain in 2 hours time, so I might zip the front on, just leave the door open. So being a brolly, I've got stuff stacked down in the corners like, and I don't really want to get it wet, so I'll see how we go, see if what it's like, if it rains or not, you know, how hard it rains really. It says light rain, but looking at some of them clouds up there, they look like they might be holding a bit more than some light rain, but you never know, do you? Ain't seen nothing showing or nothing. It's been pretty quiet, the lake. Not a lot happening, looking at it, you know. Not only in my area, like I've been keeping my eye right round. You can see a fair bit of the lake from here, and it's not seen nothing at all, nothing show anywhere. So whether they're a bit inactive at the moment, in all honesty, apart from the two I saw show earlier on, I've not seen anything show since. So, and that was quite a few hours ago when I saw them two show. But there you go, live in hope, don't we? Just wait and see what happens. Hopefully we might get a touch during the night or early hours of the morning. I would think the margin rod, if anything, will go early hours of the morning, sort of around as the dawn's breaking, that sort of time. The other two, they could go any time nearly. Hopefully drop the leads. If I do get a take, and it will come straight to the surface. I've got no tail rubbers or nothing on. I've just used PVA string for the cast to lock the clip up. So on a take, theoretically, I'm using a cooler hybrid clips as well. So on a take, the lead is a 3.5 ounce lead. It should come straight off and give me a fighting chance. I'm on fairly heavy line as well. I've got 20 pounds of lime on, 25 pound hook links, size 6 hooks, so you know, fairly strong tackle. Like obviously, as you need in this sort of weed, it's no good using light tackle because you'll just snap it up. But never mind, I've had a nice dinner and going to chill out now for a couple of hours, and I'm going to dive into bed. Hopefully I'll see you in the night. If not, I'll see you in the morning. Hiya. Nothing's happened overnight. Spoke to the bailiff a while ago, and there's two fish that's come out down that end to my left, in a swim that they're not really expected to come out of. You've got over there opposite me, you've got Weedy Bay, and then down that corner over the other side you've got what's called the Shallows, and they're the two places that are expected to do fish and they've not done fish. This swim, yeah, the spot I'm on out there, bailiff people said to me you're fishing at like 19, 18, 19, yep, on the clear spot, yeah. The two rods on it are about, I suppose they're about 4 foot apart. Had nothing in the margin last night. I've moved that now because this morning the birds come in just cleared it out. They can see it straight away and they just down there and cleared it out. So that was a bit pointless. So what I've done, I've moved it about 20 metres out, and it was a bit weedy, it was weedy there, but I've raked out a spot. It took me about 2 hours to rake a spot out. Raked it all out, got myself a nice spot there, with a bit of gravel on the bottom there, so I was happy with that. And I've put one rod, the third rod on there. The reason I've done that was because everybody along this bank seems to fish long, so I thought to myself, right, I can't do it in the margin here because the water's too clear and the birds are just going to do it all the time. So I made a spot out there. I'm in about 8 foot of water, and just like raked it all the way out, got myself a nice spot, put a load of bait on it, plenty of spod on it, and about, I don't know, about 1.5 kilo boilie on it, and I've put a bottom bait on. Just got her open, you know, they'll come along, find that clear spot, and you know what I'm hoping is that they're cruising through the weed, like find a clear spot, plenty of grub on it, and they go for it. I'm still, that one, I haven't got the back lead on it anymore like I had when it was in the margin, because the line goes direct out there now, and because they're out in that weed, I've got a tight clutch, tight line. I've still only got a 5 gram weight on the bobbin and that one on the other two because they're out long. with tight lines. I've got 15 gram weights on the bobbin to keep it nice and steady. Again, tight clutches, so that hopefully as soon as they move, like I'll be on it, it's only, well, you can see Vivi is there and the rods are there. So there is a step what I'm sitting on, but I mean I can be there in, I don't know, probably about a second and a half, something like that. So hopefully I'm quick enough if I do get a take to reach it. So I mean it's looking like, you know, good for a bite. It's been overcast, it ain't been too bright. There's been a bit of chop on the wall, a breeze coming across there, and it's pumping into here as well. So there should be plenty of oxygen in that in the water, but for some reason they're just not having it. Why? Who knows? If I knew that and could tell everybody, I'd make a fortune, wouldn't I? Got a spud mix there. It's made of it's hemp, tears, some salmon oil in it, some tuna. Use that flake tuna in brine, you know, or you get in the pound shop, 2 for £1 or something. Use that. And I put some condensed milk in it to give it a nice sweet cloud, hopefully give off some sweetness, what have you. And I put a bottle of the fish sauce, the Chinese fish sauce that you get from the supermarket, put that in there. And I mean, I must admit, it does smell disgusting, so hopefully the fish should like it. And it does what it's supposed to do. Oh, and I put some, what's it as well, the cheap, the Morrison's ones you get, I know it's a kilo of porridge oats, I think, for 87p or something. Put half a packet of that in as well, so just to get, so where you've got the cloud, so you've got some stuff floating around in the water as well, hoping that just like they'll follow it down and find the base. The lad who went home yesterday morning, Terry, apparently Bailey was telling me he's top rod on it. He didn't, the fella didn't tell me that, himself, the Bailey told me that. And he said they like anything sort of smelly, fishy. Well, fortunately I did bring a spicy fish boilie, so and my sort of spot mix is fish sort of biased. So hopefully sooner or later they're going to kick in and give us a bite. You never know. But I've not seen nothing show. See the 2 fish yesterday morning where someone else is already fishing in the middle of the island there. Other than that, not seen nothing at all. Nothing last night, never no crashing last night, nothing. So why they've gone inactive, I don't know. I was talking to a mate, Blake I used to fish, he's just spoke to one of our other mates on there, and that's a pretty hard water and all. He's had 4 fish, he went over there this morning, he's had 4 fish today, so, you know, just don't know, do you? I'll show you the spots I'm fishing. Right, I've got 2 rods close together, and they are round about there. It's 19 wraps out, and where they are, where I aim for, I'll show you, right on the other side there, there's a swim. There we go. That swim there. I aim at that swim. 18, 19 wraps out. Well, it's actually 19 I've got it at. It's about, so it's probably about 8 feet deep there, something like that. And then that's 2 on there close together there, I say they're about 4 foot apart. Then the other, one is just off the end of the jet here, just about there, it's about 20 metres out that is, and again it's in about sort of 7 or 8 feet of water. That's the one I raked in. I'll show you. If you look down there, you'll see all down there, it's all the weed I was raking out there this morning, just piled it up there. Can't do nothing else with it. You've got that over there in that corner, that is Weedy Bay over there. Then you've got the island which is out in front of me there, and then you've got another island beside it, and that there, that gap between the two islands is where I saw the 2 fish show yesterday. As I say, someone else is fishing there, so I couldn't do nothing about that. The only thing I was looking at is, well, they're the only fish I've seen, they're sort of in the vicinity, so I'm probably about 70-80 yards from that swim. So I'm just hoping that they'll, you know, they must be patrolling around the area somewhere, and I might pick one up. Terry, the fella who's the top rod, he'd had one. He got one. He had, I think, 18 and a half, I think he said it was. That was right off the corner of that island there. But the fella in, I'm not sure that it's actually his water to fish in, but there's a fella in a swim just down there, down beside this tree here, just there, over the other side, that's called Winter Point. He's fishing out to there, so I can't cast out to there or nothing. So, and the only clear spot I can find, and it is the recognised place for this swim, is where I'm fishing out towards that swim on the other side there. So, doing all I can basically, but you know, you can only do what you can do, can't you? You can't do no more. But we'll see how we go, and hopefully we might have something to report tonight. Who knows? I mean, I'm hoping my spot I cleared off, that'll pay off. It's just something different. No one else seems to be doing that. I'm not seeing anyone else using a rake or anything, so I'm just banking on that maybe, just maybe I'll trip one up where they're cruising round, not too far from the bank like. But time will tell. Anyway, I'm going to finish my drink, and I'll catch up with you later. Well, the fish might not be biting by him. I'm just going to have some sausage, bacon, beans, mushrooms, and a couple of slices. So, fish ain't having it, but I'm definitely having it because I'm starving. And after I've had some breakfast, nice cup of tea, then I think I'll refresh the rods. Might change bait as well. See, we'll have a look. Have a little think about it and see what we're going to do. There we go, finished article. Gonna have that, nice cup of tea, then sort the rods out and have a think about changing this bait. Right, this is one that I've just taken off, which is on one of the long range rods. Right, that was the popped up one. Basically, so size 6 called a crank microbarbed hook with the loop is tied of IQ, 25 pound IQ, and then the boom is jelly wire, 25 pound jelly wire, and obviously anti-tangle sleeve there, dark matter, keep it all pinned down, and that just sits just like that actually in the water. Right, that's what I've taken off. What I've gone over to now, because I'm not getting no joy, I've gone over to that, which is double tiger nut, critically balanced piece of cork in the middle of them two there. Drilled it out. That's Christon jelly wire, size 6 called a crank hook with a little bit of tube on just to try and widen the gape a little bit. little sinker just before halfway down, and again dark matter anti-tangle sleeve, and that actually sits just like that in the water. I'll show you that in a minute. And on the other rod at the distance, I've got that, which is single tiger nut this time, same hook, gold crank, size 6 microbarb, little bit of shrink just to widen the gape a bit, and that one is called a end trap semi-stiff with a little sinker, and again a dark matter anti-tangle sleeve. I've had no joy with the boilies, and it doesn't seem to be anybody else that seems to be having, so I thought, right, well, do away with these, try the old tiger nuts, see if we get anything there. Basically the way I'm looking at it is I've got nothing to lose. On the third rod, basically I've got a shortened version of that rig, which is the one that's in close, and that's in a hole in the weed, as opposed to a big clear spot that these are on. That's in a hole in the weed that I made with a weed rake. So I've just used a shorter one to hopefully, if I do get a take there, that as soon as I get the take, it hits the lead comes off straight away, and up the fish comes out of the weed. Whether that works or not, who knows, we'll only know that when I get a take. Right, what I'm doing with the leads, I'm not using no tail rubber at all. Basically that's a 3.5 ounce lead, that's hybrid lead clip, and I've just tied it with a little piece of PVA string for the cast, and then obviously when it's in the water the PVA string melts, and hopefully if I'm lucky enough to get a take, off comes the lead straight away. That's all the theory. Going to get it out there now and see if it works. As you can see, I've balanced the 2 tiger nuts there. Just give it a try, you know. Nothing else seems to be working, and well, hopefully what I'm going to do is that one balanced, and I'm going to put one, I think I'm going to put one that just on the bottom. We'll see what happens. What that is, there's a piece of cork in between the 2 tiger nuts there to lift it up, and as you can see the way it's sitting, and by the way, that's not my saucepan. They got a thing here that every swim is supplied with a saucepan to put water in to put on a fish if you happen to catch one. So there's my one, prepared, waiting, but not been used yet. So I've been using it to put rigs in and see how they behave. But yeah, I mean, you can see that is absolutely balanced. Morning. As you've already guessed, nothing's happened during the night. Back down time now, nearly done. Just got to drop the brolly and that. Yeah, it's one of those things. I actually seen a fish show this morning at the middle of the island out there, but it's not in my water anyway, so you couldn't cast at it anyway. There's a tree in the way, but even if I could, it's not in my water, so you know. But never mind. It's been good being here. Learned a few things. I will come back again, see if I can get one out. Obviously there's unfinished business. Other than that, you know, it's peaceful here, quiet here. I'll give you that. I mean, well, it's full now. It's the maximum. There's 15 people allowed, and I can only see one other person from this swim. So you are sort of tucked away, quiet, and that, and get on. You know, if you're that sort you like to be left alone and a bit of peace and quiet, then yeah, perfect. Got the long haul up the hill now with all the gear, but yeah. Rods are still out, so I've still got another just over an hour. So if anything happens, you'll definitely know about it. But if not, that's me going. Thanks very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again sometime. Cheers. Well, after all that, we've got one at last. It's a fucking lump. I don't know how much. This is going. There we go. After all that, on the single tiger nut. Cool. I'm going to weigh it in a sec. I don't know how much it goes, but it's bloody heavy. I'm going to put him down. God, what a result after I was just going to pull the rods in. And I thought to myself, right, just pull the rods in there, and off it went. Unbelievable. Right, let's get it weighed, see how much it goes. I'll zero the scales, and then take the weight of the sling off after. Right, that's the scale zeroed. See how much this goes. That's saying 36.12. It's 36.12 with the sling. So I'll take the weight of the sling off and I'll let you know what it is. Right, the sling's going £4.4. That was 36.12. So we got 32.8 result. Yeah, well pleased with that. God, I waited long enough, 72 hours. But there you go, right on the last knockings. I just got one beep, and I was sort of packing up the other rods. I got one beep, looked round, and I thought, oh, it's the wind. And then about 20 seconds later, it just ripped off. And it weeded me up. I caught it about, well, I hooked it about 45 minutes ago. But it weeded, I got into the weeds, and I put steady pressure on it first and nothing happened. So then slackened the line off, left it slack for about 20 minutes, and all of a sudden it just started moving back gradually. So I thought, right, I'll give it a little bit more line. So I'll give it a bit more line, put the rod down. I actually made myself a cup of tea while I was waiting. Put the rod down, and then it kept going backwards, very, very gently. Then I sort of started to tighten up on it, and off he went again. Unfortunately this time, got him in. Well pleased with that. Right, well, thanks very much for watching, and I hope I see you on the next one. Definitely coming back here again, that's for sure. No, I was going to anyway, I wanted to, but yeah. And single tiger nut. Right, well, prepared by myself, by the way. I actually prepared those 2.5 weeks ago, and I've let them fester in, and like you can really smell the alcohol and that coming out of them, and they was in a right gloopy juice. So yeah, nice result. Cheers.